from a mic, he's the king of the show. Lolcow, he's riding high, but who's next in tow? 1 month left, the countdown's ticking down fast. Find that co-host or the show won't last. The king's return, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. The podcast and barrel, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion heart. Sydney to Perth, auditions so wild, they're shaking the earth. A gamer, a joker, or a rebel with sass, who survived the test, who's built to last. The king has returned, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. A podcast and barrel, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion heart. He's scouting the streets, from Sydney to Perth. Auditions so wild, they're shaking the earth. A gamer, a joker, or a rebel with sass, who survived the test, who's built to last. The king has returned, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. A podcast and barrel, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion heart. Bates in the outback, whisper tales of gold. Rostov the ruler, breaking every mold. The deadline's looming, but he's not afraid. He'll find the jester to join the escapade. Searching for the one, unscripted blunders. Oh man, it's too much fun. The spotlight shines, will they crumble or glow? Rest up all strings, he's running the show.
G'day mates, welcome to the Blunder Down Under. This new time slot is so weird. I can't, like, it's literally 12 a.m. so it's like, is it nighttime? Or is it the morning? Is it both? I don't know. Either way, auditions begin today. And as you can tell by our lovely thumbnail, the first audition off the rack is WonderWomen. Now, I put up a poll, right, with the 4 people saying, who do you want to have as the new co-host? And WonderWomen got a lot of support, right? 61%, 438 votes is pretty crazy for a poll like that. So, it's going to be awesome. All right, I'm hoping that she can kind of spill some of the tea on Fat Camp. I know there's some other stuff going on in the community that I cannot be bothered talking about, so too bad. I got out of that shit situation, so fuck that. Oops, not supposed to swear. I'm looking forward to hanging out with her. Now, figuring out who the new co-host is going to be, it's going to come down to a number of different things, right? So, like, some of the things that Keem's looking for is a lot of energy, right? Entertainment value, right? So it's got to be entertaining. It's got to be fun. It's also got to be potentially, like, it's hard to say it without, like, making it sound like an e-big, but it's not. It depends on how much support comes in for the people as well, right? Because, like, Twiggy was crazy, right? You know he crazy. But at the end of it, he got no support despite, like, how crazy he was, right? So if there's support there, it's going to speak way louder than a lot of things, right? Because at the end of the day, for him, it's a business. For us, it's entertainment. We also have to be able to do this full time. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump in, and we're going to see how it goes. We're just going to see how it goes. So I'm going to jump into the live on air. I'm going to pop this little sucker out, switch that one over, pop on the camera, and then bringing in WonderWomen. And we're just going to kick off the show. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh my gosh, Rostov, are you serious? Was that poll 61%?
Yeah, it's yeah. 61% for you. There's 14% for Stonic, 12% for Tech Protect, and then 12% for Smash Mouth. So absolutely blowing everyone out of the water so far.
Oh my, thank you. That's amazing, Rostov. Hey, Rostov, I'm so happy to be here with you, man.
Yeah, no, look, it's cool. It's cool. I'm keen to hear your, like, perspective on what happened at Fat Camp and, like, obviously, of all the things that came out of Fat Camp, right? Like Glammy got married, but like you got a little bit of loving in the Mr. Scott dude, right? Like
Yes, I do. We've been talking, everybody.
I know,
It's
like
been
I
cool.
asked you, yes, was it yesterday I asked you if you, or the other day? Whenever I asked you if you wanted to audition, he messaged me straight away being like, she's super keen. I'm like, dude, what the fuck's going on? How do you know? And then he was like, no, we're on the phone. I'm like, God damn it. Okay. Like, do I talk to him or do I talk to you? I'm not sure.
He's awesome. He's an awesome guy.
He seems
But
like a really cool guy.
yeah. But Rastov, you know what? I actually looked up some history for New Zealand. And you know what? You were right, what you said. Today is the 13th of April, isn't it? The 13th of
Mm-hmm.
April in New Zealand. And it's midnight at the moment. Rastov, did you know that there's a full moon in New Zealand
It
and
would make
Australia
sense.
on the
It would.
13th? Yes. And I was looking up the day in history, Rastov. So for New Zealand on the 13th of April, today is was in 1896 National Council of Women was formed in New Zealand in 1896. That's pretty cool, right?
A council of women. They would just
Yeah.
I was gonna make a really inappropriate joke. I'm just gonna leave it.
You
But
leave it.
just imagine it was good, okay? Just imagine it
It
was
was.
really funny.
And then I looked up for Australia. So on this day in Australia, there were a few significant events occurred. So in 1829, Melbourne's first post office opened, and in 1841, the first photograph was taken in Australia by a visiting naval captain.
Oh,
Additionally, the University of Melbourne was established in 1855, and singer Gladys Moncrief was born in 1892. In 1982, Sir Ninian Stephen was appointed Governor General, and this one is sad. In 1991, a schoolgirl named Carmen Kane was tragically abducted and murdered this day in Australia. I know, right?
what the
Quite a
hell?
lot happened this day in Australia.
So in New Zealand, a bunch of women got together and talked about some stuff, and then Australia, a bunch of like some people died, and there was a bunch of like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Australia is
Lolcow.co,
bigger.
you could go get some merch. Link is in the thing. Also, shop.lolcowtcg.com/Aussie. You can use that to get cards. Oh my god. Our country can be so boring sometimes compared to like everything else.
We
Uh,
love New Zealand though, Rastov, right? It's the
yeah.
greatest place.
Yep.
It's so beautiful
Yeah.
here.
People don't understand that we're just like really chill by nature.
Yeah.
But we're also a very emotional people, as
Yeah.
as they would understand. You know, got big hearts. Big hearts.
But we make great movies.
We do. CJ said the Council of Women was a sewing convention. Oh, could be a book club, a cooking thing. I don't know.
Yeah. That's good. Go woman.
I'm going to be live later on today at I think 8 p.m. EST with Tina on Queens, which is going to be nice because Becky wants to take another day off, and apparently we're not allowed to say bad things about her. So I'm not really sure what we're going to talk about, but we'll figure something out. Maybe we could just say nice things about her and see what she says.
Rastov, you're a busy dude in the LCU, aren't you?
I'm
Everybody just
super busy.
needs you.
I am. Even my own channel needs me. Oh, geez. Hear me. He said, I think it's time. Is it time? Is it time, hear me? It might be time.
Time for
I don't know what time for. We'll have to wait and see.
excellent.
You, you know what? I think it might be time, hear me. It might be time. The people might want to know. They might want to know. What do you think it could be?
Hear me? What is it, Rastov? What is it?
What do you think it could be?
What do you
If
mean?
you had to guess.
Hear me? Is saying what could it be? I don't know, Rastov. Is it a
It's mystery.
surprise?
I mean, it's gonna be a surprise. Now it's dragging out too long. It's dragging out way too long. I thought it was gonna happen by now. Yeah. Anyway. God, Ian, don't start with the puffer fishes, man. Don't start with the puffer fishes. God damn it.
How's your hairdo been going, Restov?
You know what? I keep wearing a hat going outside, and I forget to put a hat on when I answer the door. So they like give me these weird looks. I'm like, the fuck's this guy's problem? Oh, there it is. Hemi became a fucking crown. Yeah, my boy. I love Hemi, man. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Do we drink? Do we have like a celebration?
I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't want to rip off Rewind, right? Because like Rewind, they drink the crown. But Hemi's my guy. So when I first joined the server, before I was even a host, right? I was talking in the old Pay Pig chatting with all of the other Pay Pigs. And started talking to Hemi about games. And we just talked, and we just found out we liked all the same games, like the same music. Like, this dude's been my mate since the start. Now, I'm probably going to cop some flack for this because he's also the server's longest running crown. He literally just hit 12 months with Lolcow Live, and now he's mine. So,
congratulations, Restov. That's
thank you.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Now, I'm glad he did it after Twiggy got fired, because if he had done it before then, I think I might have been fired.
That's a great start to the show, Restov.
I know. It's such a banger. Thank you so much, Hemi, man. I really appreciate you, bro. You've been an awesome mate. I hope I can keep you. But we love our crowns here. It feels awesome. He told me he told me a little bit ago that he was going to crown up, and I was like, hold on, can we just like I don't want to get in trouble because Keem did that whole thing on me poaching crowns, and then like if he had a crown literally straight after it, then I genuinely would have been fucked because he's actually one of Keem's like biggest crowns. And then I had this plan where I was going to do a stream with him and be like, streaming until I get a crown. Then he would crown 5 minutes in, and then I would end the stream. And it would have been really funny. But I think this works better. I think this works better. But no, Hemi's awesome. There's heaps of crowns in the chat. W's for Hemi.
W's, yes. I'm so happy for you. Honestly, the channel is awesome. You've got so many supporters around this channel, and it's not a dead channel.
It's definitely not dead. Yes,
there's so much support around it, and well done. Honestly, that's awesome.
But we do have to rebuild, right? It's definitely a rebuilding phase at the moment. We did lose a lot of support in the last like 2-ish weeks, and fair enough, right? When shit hits the fan, and when shit hits the fan like that, people start to
feel a bit unstable with it. Yeah, and I get that. But it's coming back, baby. It's coming back. It's on a new path.
Oh, we're bringing it back. Oh, we're 100% bringing it back. We're starting off with my boy Hemi becoming a crown, dude. We got Pay Pigs coming back. Yeah, we had 17 Pay Pigs, and yesterday we had 5, and I think we're up to 6 now. So I'm glad that the people are coming back. If I felt bad because they didn't really like what was happening, because our channel was awesome. We were the number 4, like we were literally like that far away from number 3 for February. So it feels good. It feels good that people believe in the vision. But I want to talk to you, like, so, you went to Fat Camp, right? Everyone was just doing nothing but singing your praises about how lovely you were, how friendly you were, like, you cooked, you cleaned, like, you did everything. I just want to hear about it. Like, what was it like from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, the first thing, so we're talking about Fat Camp, but like the first bit was a bit upsetting. So not upsetting, but when I turned up, I got ripped off.
That was insane. Like, everyone else had to pay, what, 150, and the dude wanted to charge you like 300 and something?
It was about 4:50 when I turned up, and I told the guy, I said, "I've only got $300 cash on me. That's all I've got on me." And he goes, "Yeah, that's fine." And then he put it on a meter, and he said it's 4:50. I said, "I've told you I only got $300." And he said, "Okay, I'll give it to you for 340." I said, 300. That's all I've got on me. But yeah, that was
Jeez.
pretty gutting. But that was pretty gutting. So never
So
mind.
so 450 US dollars is 775 New Zealand dollars for the people that don't understand, right? So like even though our money is like pretty shit compared to the American dollar, like
It's a lot for us.
it's a lot for us. So almost imagine paying $800 for a taxi.
Yeah. And even then, when I was in the taxi, I felt really unsafe with the guy because he was just like swerving in and out, and he was cutting into corners, into across
Oh,
the freeway and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he was adjusting the camera. I mean, the mirror, and he was saying things to me. Oh, I like a woman that takes care of herself. And I was like, please get me there. I
oh,
was like, please get me there.
that's so fuck. Because like Billy and Nightmare said that their like taxi driver was like trying to take them to strip clubs and like food places and all these different things. Like it seemed like he just wanted a buddy. Um, well, at least you didn't get abducted or anything fucking creepy like that, and you made it to
Oh,
Fat Camp.
I made it to Fat Camp and it was wonderful. When I got there, everybody was so welcoming. Not all the hosts were there yet because some hosts were
Mm,
turning up a couple of days later and everything, but everybody was just so welcoming. Um, so so I shared a room with Roxy first because
okay.
Savage turned up a few days later. We had this massive room and it was amazing. It was every girl's dream. We had like 5 different closets, lots of mirrors,
Oh
all,
shit.
it was just every girl's dream, lots of basins and everything, for makeup and everything. So that was awesome. And then, yes, well, so that day was good. And Brantley had made some chili, and I had some of that chili, and it was blinking delicious. It was awesome.
I heard it disappeared so quick though.
Yeah, really quick. Because people were drinking and then obviously getting hungry and things like that. And then I turned up around about 7 p.m., I think, and I hadn't
Mm.
eaten anything. So that was really welcoming when the chili was there.
Who were you most excited to actually meet?
Oh, that's a really good question. I was most excited to see Tina. Tina and
Right.
Savage were the reasons why I came across
Because
because
you
I
were
was,
massive fans of them for like such a long time before like this, right? So
yeah, really big fans.
I
Yeah.
remember you
And
being
then
conflicted a little bit actually, because like when I think you were either on Milkers or Queens, you were saying like, because you were fans of them both, and obviously they had beef. Like Savage is like, you know that Tina's a snake, but you're thinking like, no, she's not a snake. Like I like her too, and it just yeah,
yeah, that's right. So it was like really hard, but then, I was like, I love them both. I love them
mm,
both. I supported their channels both. So I was so excited to see Tina and Savage. And also, being in the LCU, I'd made some really cool connections with, obviously wanted to meet Brantley and Keemstar
right.
and Nightmare as well, because I'd been talking to Nightmare and the VCs,
Right.
Siley, Billy, yeah, all of them
Who
really.
didn't you want to meet?
Nobody. There was no one I didn't wanna meet. I wanted to meet everybody.
So like who are you like if they don't show up, I don't really care, right? Like
Mm, okay. Zay Zooted.
fair enough. At reasoning,
Um, just wasn't bothered. Wasn't bothered to meet her in any way, shape, or form.
just not your cup of tea.
No,
So you don't watch
no.
Nerds?
I do watch Nerds. I do watch Nerds. Yeah, I One Buff Weeb is really awesome. Um, no, Zay Zooted didn't really support me at all, on Milkers, so I wasn't really bothered about meeting her or whatever.
Right. Did you kind of feel like it was like you like you were both kind of going for the same kind of job, right? So did it feel like she was more cutthroat?
Yeah,
Like you felt
very
like she
much.
could have thrown you under the bus the first chance that she got, sort of thing?
Yeah, she did. She did. and she
Now,
got the
would you
shot
have
and
done
she
it?
took it.
Would you have thrown
No,
her under the bus? Okay, because I'm
no.
I'm the same way, right? And it's much to our detriment a lot of the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I like to give people a chance to cook and show themselves and stuff, but I just wasn't given the opportunity whatsoever. So I can't be bothered with people like that. Mm.
But you still show up to support nerds because One Buff Weeb is a great guy.
Yep.
I agree. He's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that guy. Yeah, he's really cool.
I mean, I show I don't just watch the show just for One Buff Weeb. I want the show to I want every show in the LCU to succeed. But it's just those are my feelings and how I feel about it. So
Totally.
hmm,
I mean, you got to be honest, right? You got to be honest
yeah.
with how you feel. Now, who who was a letdown? Like, who was a letdown that you met at Fat Camp? Because, like, obviously, not everyone's going to be specifically how, you know, you know what I
A
mean. Not everyone's going to be
letdown.
exactly the same.
A letdown. I don't think I a letdown. What do you mean by a letdown? A
So,
letdown
like,
as in
there wasn't anyone that you didn't want to meet, apart from like
yeah.
Zay. But was there anyone that you were like, oh, I wonder what they're going to be like? I think they're going to be cool, and then you showed up and you were like, oh, I don't really want anything to do with that person. Like, that person's not for me.
Mm, I have to think about that one. I got to think about who was there. Mm, I think. I mean, everybody is their unique self, but I wish I had have had more time with Zeta Ray. Zeta Ray wasn't really around
True.
very much.
Well, she got sick, right?
She did get sick, but she felt better a few days after. I was there for almost the whole 2 weeks, but I didn't see too much of Zeta Ray. And I think there were a few comments as well from people saying they wanted to see a bit more of her. So I think that was probably it. Not in herself, it was just she wasn't around very, very much. I would have loved to have seen her
All right.
around a bit more. Yeah. Just
S-
mingling with everybody more and getting to know people.
It seems like a very diplomatic answer.
That's it.
It's a very like you didn't say you didn't like anyone, but you were like, I wanted the opportunity to like this person more.
You
But the
know,
people want the tea. They want to know who you didn't
You know
like.
what? I came all this way from New Zealand. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, damn it, I wanted to be a bit more present. So yeah, yeah.
Banana Slice says it wasn't diplomatic. Yes, it was. It was a completely diplomatic answer.
I just felt like she came across a bit more outgoing and stuff. And when I was there, she was more in the RV with her wife. Yeah,
Right.
so I just felt like her social. She came across as quite a like a social person, but I didn't see that too much. Yeah.
Right. No, that's fair enough. I'm just trying to think of like what. All right, if you guys have any like juicy questions that you want to know, all right, that we can squeeze the tea out of Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Send them on through. All right, just send them on through. Or if you want to ask, jump into waiting. Just
Yeah.
yeah, because she was
I'd love to
there.
answer the questions. I was there. I'd love to
Now,
answer your questions.
have you? I don't even know if I can ask this. Have you signed an NDA? Are you not allowed to say anything about stuff, or are you just like you could just say whatever the fuck you want?
I haven't got an NDA, no. So
There you
that
go.
means I'm free. I'm open, right?
Okay. Look, so we can squeeze all of the information out of you if we want to, and you didn't sign anything silencing you. Now, trying to get a job and then spreading secrets probably a bad idea, but look, you know what? Maybe he respects the hustle. Who knows? Lot of shit happened, obviously, right? You had the whole bit like that one day just seemed to be absolutely crazy.
Day 4. Day
Ju-
4 at Fat Camp.
Was that when Becky showed up and everything went to shit?
Yeah. Day 4.
What'd you
That was
think
a
of Becky?
really bad day. Um, Becky Becky looked very different from what I expected her to look. She's very on camera. She's very um I don't. she stands out on camera, if you know what I mean. But
Right.
when I first met her, she didn't have that kind of um, persona. Yeah, she didn't stand out as much as she does on the camera because she kind of got lost in the sauce for me. I was like,
Oh,
where's
okay.
Becky? Who's Becky? Oh. But it was very tense. It was very tense when Becky turns up. Very
Of
tense because
course.
I think a lot of people had their feelings about things. But Becky was very nice to me. She was very nice to me, and I was nice back to her. Um, I just tried to keep, the peace, if you know what I mean, because there was a
Right.
lot of arguing and yelling and things like that. A lot of people had things to say.
So, like, off camera, no cameras were going, and it was all sort of kicking off.
Yeah, yeah, it
See?
was difficult.
Not scripted, right? She's just,
Mm.
no one likes her. I'm not on Queens yet.
and
I can say shit about her. It's fine.
And on the when Becky, went into the theater room, and do you remember that one? And Becky was in there. It was about a 6-hour stream.
Like the reveal,
So
yeah.
yeah, so a lot of us were out back in the girls' room, which was down the far end, and the yelling and the arguing could be heard all the way down the other end of the house. It was hard. It was hard for everybody there to listen to it, as well as the people on the
Shit.
live show. It was hard. Yeah. I don't know how she did it, Rastov, because honestly, if I was in a room for 6 hours, being screamed and yelled at, and it's got to be hard for someone to take. Mm. What are
I,
your thoughts?
I mean, she unfortunately is good at what she does. She's a little too good at it, I think, which sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I just.
So when that all ended for 6 hours, obviously people were really tired, went to bed and everything. And the next day, there was still a lot of tension in the house. A lot of tension in the house.
Right.
And I think Becky got up and got ready, and I think she left the room and went into the kitchen. And I think there was it didn't. As soon as Becky went into like a social environment, there was just confrontation left, right, and centre. Yeah, and then she went out on the deck, and there was just lots of yelling and toing and froing backwards and forwards and things because Becky was afraid that her clo- belongings were going to get stolen or something. She was very uppity about that. And I said, "Don't be
Damn.
silly. Everything will be okay. I've got my jewelry out here on the table. Everything's been fine. No one's going to take anything. You don't need to worry." And then I did say to her, "If you're concerned about that, just pack your stuff up in your bag and, put it under the bed or something." And, but I just reassured her, "You don't have anything to worry about."
Crazy
But she
that she had a
just
lot of
didn't.
paranoia like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And yeah. Um, and then I left the room, and I went out on the deck. A lot of people were out on the deck, and then that's when the fight happened in the room. Yeah, in the room. But I wasn't in there when it happened. But a lot of people just went running as soon as, yeah, things started. And yeah,
All right.
it was a difficult day, Rastov.
It sounds like it was a pretty difficult day, to be fair. And we'll get back to some more of that fat camp stuff. But as far as like auditioning for the Lolcow Aussie, it's a very popular show. What kind of things do you think that you could bring to the table? Because at the moment we've had a crown, awesome, love my boy Hemi. This is weird for me. It's been 30 minutes and we haven't had a single donation, and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yes.
I'm about to get fired again.
No.
So I don't know. I'm not sure what do you think we should do?
Oh, what do you think, Rastov? What's been going on in the past? How have you normally run things in the past? Like, do you normally set up a goal to do something, or?
Well, I shaved my head. That was
Oh,
something, but I wouldn't ask you to do that because that would be a bit
wow.
crazy.
What do you want me to do, Rastov?
I don't know. It's up to you. It's your audition. It's your audition. Because one of the things that the boss is going to be looking at is what kind of monetary draw is there as well. Because obviously, you know, like Twiggy's entertaining, but he wasn't bringing
Yeah.
in any more money. And that was kind of the
Okay.
deciding factor for the boss, right? So when
Yeah.
it came down to it. Um,
Well, what
yeah,
can we
what do you
do,
think?
Rastov? Any suggestions
I
from
don't
the
know.
chat?
Yeah, let's see. Fuck
Let's
off, Zavi.
see.
For $10, Zavi said, "Okay, Biggie." It's not a look. I can't we can't very well give Twiggy shit about making $12 in a stream, even though technically I had a crown. That's not the same thing. But do you know what I'm saying? I'm not bigging. It's a. I fucking hate this, man. I'm not a goddamn e-bigger.
Ask me some questions, maybe. Ask me some questions and attach it with the donation, and I'll do my best to answer it.
This is a good one. And you have to answer honestly. So Broccoli
I
Monster
promise.
for $5 said, "Who smelt the worst at Fat Camp?"
Oh, good question. Mm,
And thank you for re-upping your cash cow. And also welcome Abyss for 2 months cash cow. Thank you.
who
Guys.
smelt the worst?
Yeah, who smelt the and you have to be honest.
Yes, I'm thinking. I didn't smell anybody bad. Nobody smelt bad to me.
You gotta pick someone.
Yeah. Oh,
What Twiggy
I
said
don't.
that nightmare stank.
No, he didn't. He didn't stink. He actually walked past me one day and I said, "Oh, you smell nice." So, yeah,
There you
he
go.
didn't stink. I actually commented on him.
Myth-busted.
I said, "You smell." Yeah, he didn't smell. Um, I don't remember smelling BO or sweat or, you know what? It's not a person, it's a place. And it would be the bathroom opposite the men's room. That stank. Does that count? Does that count?
I'm gonna let the chat decide if that one counts. But Augustine re-upped, has been a member for 2 months. Said, "WonderWoman, as long as you are comfortable, can you tell us a little bit about your date with King Scott? I love, and I thinks it's so adorable. Adore you too, by the way, WonderWoman. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We will get to that. But I want. Oh man, that if you who do you think made the toilet stink so bad then?
You know what? I don't know, but all I can say is I was doing a whole bunch of laundry and everything, and I would go in there. People would shower and just chuck their towels on the ground. So I had to bend down. Honestly, I had to bend down and pick up the towels and everything. I mean, it was towels, it was hand towels, it was face cloths and everything. Oh my gosh! And it was close to the bog, to the toilet, and it just smelled so bad. So I don't know if men were peeing and shooting it everywhere. It's all on the floor or something, but it stank.
All right, so men dirty motherfuckers at Fat Camp. Okay, fair enough. God damn. All right,
So
we
I
need
don't
another
know
one
who
of
it
these
was.
questions. We need another one of these questions. Oh, what's up,
Yes.
Xylee?
Oh, it's Siley.
Boogie smelt the worst. Just say Boogie.
Oh,
I mean, that's
Remember
what
he
I thought you were going to
himself?
say that.
I don't
Yeah.
remember booking smelling bad, Siley.
Well, I mean, after he pissed himself, I mean, duh.
Oh, okay.
All right, I wanted to come in here. So, Rastov, you're on your fucking high horse again, stealing fucking crowns again, huh?
No, not stealing crowns. Just one.
Hmm.
Single crown.
Ah, who's your crown?
Mr. Hemizak, my buddy.
Oh,
Yep.
you're making friends with people, huh?
I
see.
made friends with
No,
him before I was a host. That doesn't
congratulations.
count.
I'm happy for you.
You
Yeah.
sound like your voice is thrashed, Xylee. Why is that?
Because I've only had 2 hours worth of fucking sleep
Jeez.
and I'm tired.
I'm
And you've been
assuming you
doing a
have no
lot of
hangover,
talking.
right?
I feel fluffy right now. I don't feel like I made a joke in chat saying I was still drunk. I told Baja, listen, I'm probably still drunk, and he talked to me like I'm 5 right now because I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying, right? And no, I'm not drunk, and I definitely don't have a hangover.
That's good.
Like I don't feel sick.
That's
I don't
good.
feel woozy. I don't feel any of that. I feel fluffy right now. My head feels like a marshmallow.
Oh,
So
I'd say you're
You're f-
probably still a little buzzed then.
yeah.
yeah, but this many hours later, is that possible?
Yeah, totally. Lily Musai with the 20 said, "Good morning to my favorite Kiwis," and then 2 top hat Kiwi emojis. What's up, Lily?
Good morning.
So you got a crown and you're on top of the world again, huh?
No, not quite.
I
It's,
bet you're sitting there thinking to yourself, I told you motherfuckers to give me this channel back. I'll get a crown.
No, not at all. I'm sitting there
Yes,
thinking,
Randy.
I don't deserve any of this, you know? These people are just way too kind.
Oh, so you're going to be manipulative now.
No, it's the truth.
Didn't we already go through that, sir?
Look, okay.
I'm just saying.
Look, it's a very big difference, okay? I'm not being manipulative.
I know.
I have imposter syndrome.
True, I know. I'm coming in here and tell you congratulations, and I'm glad you're back on this channel because you totally deserve it. And I hope you find a good co-host. Wonder Woman, you better do a great job.
Yep.
I will,
She got to make
darling.
us some money. She got to make us
Yeah.
some money.
Okay, well, if anybody can make money for you, is that cute dog in the background because that dog is fucking adorable. Look at the dog. It deserves money.
Cynthia with the $10 said, "This is for Biggie." I'm not Biggie, you sons of bitches, but thank you for your money.
Are you being begged?
No.
No.
No, I'm not being Biggie.
Wonder Woman, tell me the truth. Is he being like Becky right now?
Yes.
Tell what?
Man, did I forget to say that I also am making the decision on who my co-host is? No, because one of the things that the boss is going to be looking at as well is like what kind of like monetary draw comes in when these hosts are on. If we get fucking nothing, he's going to be like, "Why?"
She gone. She
Exactly.
gone.
I don't want that to happen because I think everyone's great. Well, some people aren't, but I mean, we'll find out who those are later.
Do my best, Siley. I'm having fun here with Rastov and the Aussies and the Aussie fans. Let's
That's
go.
awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go lay down and listen to y'all on my phone while I try to go back to sleep. Try.
Okay,
All right.
Siley.
Do your
Don't be
best.
acting like Becky. If you act like Becky, I will fucking come back.
I am not acting like Becky, but I also
He's
don't
been
want
good.
Wonder Woman to not get another chance. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Rastov.
Right?
No, Wonder
'Cause you
Woman.
can't argue with the
deserves a
money.
chance.
Yeah.
Okay, true. I agree, but don't act like Becky. You're not a Becky boop.
I'm not acting like Biggie, okay?
Oh,
because
that's not what
she
your
is
fucking
mean.
chat told me. Your chat is telling me total opposite. I asked if you were being like Becky, and they're like, yes.
You sons of bitches.
They're fucking snitching on you. Roxy, I hope you're feeling better. And I felt bad for you last night. I said
that
it on
sucked.
Rewind. That fucking sucked. I cannot believe, like the other two things, fine. They got on you about that. But I can't believe he set your ass up like that, Roxy. That was fucking horrible.
Some
Yeah.
I
bullshit.
feel so bad for you. That's fucked up.
Siley, I'm
I'm
Simon,
sure
you
we
remember-
encouraged it. I couldn't find, like, I couldn't remember which stream it was from, but I'm sure we fucking encouraged it to be funny, but I don't know. Like, I can't
Keemstar
remember.
was so mad. He came to the poolside, didn't he? He was so mad, and he said, "I'm going to have a talk with Roxy." Can you imagine if she had been kicked out?
Well, literally,
Yeah.
like,
Terrible.
paying
That would've
literally,
been
like,
fucked
a
up.
K to be like, make this bitch walk. That's fucked. Although
He
I
was
think
so
Roxy's
angry.
behind,
I
so I
mean-
don't know if she's actually caught up to this part yet. She said she was watching on, like, 2 times speed.
Oh, yeah, she's probably behind. Well,
Yeah.
when she catches up, she knows I said I felt sorry for her because that's kind of fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this one quote from Wings that just keeps, like, playing in my head. And he said,
Mhm.
I knew Twiggy was a snake. I just didn't think he'd bite me. Like, that's literally the quote that keeps fucking playing in my head. You know what I mean?
That's always the case, though, isn't it?
Yes.
No,
'cause that's
I'm not
literally how I felt.
Well,
That's always the fucking
I'm-
case.
I'm glad it came out today on live. The truth came out, you know.
Yeah,
There's been
no,
a lot of
same.
truth coming out.
Yeah.
Insane. All right. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go do your show. I just wanted to come in and say congratulations on the crown. That's awesome.
No, thank you. I'm
Thanks,
sure I'm going to get
Siley.
it in
All
the
right.
neck,
Hey,
but you sleep well.
probably. Oh, look,
Oh,
look,
shit.
look at
Gwen
that.
with the 80 Australian, just helping cash stuff stay cashed up.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
so
And then
sweet.
Lily with the 10, Aussie brings joy, more Kiwis. Top hat Kiwi,
Yes.
top hat Kiwi, top hat Kiwi, top hat Kiwi.
Hey, Bradley. Guess what? I'm a mod here. You can sit in the corner and think about that for 30 fucking minutes, bitch. Okay.
Bye.
I'm out.
Bye,
Bye.
Siley.
See ya. Powerage with the 5. Great to see you get Aussie back, mate. Wonder Woman, you're awesome. Thank you, and she
Oh,
is.
thank you. Any more questions, Rastov? Any more questions that
We got
anybody's
plenty of
asking?
time for more questions. No one else has sent any more in. So
Okay.
what do I want to know?
Yes.
Hmm.
I can tell you. Let's see.
What's something that nobody has said on live yet? That's not like you shouldn't be saying this at all, right? Like,
Okay. I know one. I know one that no one has said on live.
all right, how
Okay.
juicy is it? How juicy is it?
What do you mean? How did I find out about it? Or-
no, how juicy it? Like, is this something that people are gonna like really want to know, or is it just sort of like, oh yeah, that's nice to know?
Yeah, probably nice to know. Maybe,
Well,
maybe not.
Well, I was going to say for a 10 you could say it, but then Gwen sent through 15 Aussie dollars and said, forgot to say, send love to Wonder Woman as well with a pink flower. So you could now say
Aw.
the thing. So we're cool.
Thank you. Thank you. It was probably so with the whole Becky thing with shaving her hair and everything,
Right.
Becky was really upset about shaving her hair off, and I gave her a cuddle and I said, you'll be okay. She was a bit worried about it. She said she wanted to talk to her folks and everything. And I said, that's good. You go do that and do what you need to do. And I said, well, you know what, Becky, maybe if you shave your hair off, maybe you should donate it to the cancer, to the,
Yeah.
the hair. And she said, honestly, I can't be bothered with any of that. And I was like,
Oh, shit.
so that kind of took me back a
Fuck.
bit.
Damn, Becky. That shit wasn't even on camera. You can't even blame that shit on character or anything. That's just cold. That's just fucking cold.
It's taken back a bit by that because he
Jeez.
could make a wig. But she said
See,
she couldn't be
I was
bothered with that.
I was gonna donate my hair when I shaved it, but shaving just the top isn't enough, and I found out after the fact that if you dye it, you can't send in dyed hair. It has to be like fucking. They call it virgin hair.
Virgin hair, that's right. Yeah. That comment just took me back a little bit. Yeah. See, if I would or could, I would absolutely donate my hair if I took it off
Yeah,
to help a
100%.
cancer patient. Yeah. So yeah.
That's actually fucked. Damn, Becky. Oh my god. That's quite savage. I didn't expect you to say something like that.
Well,
All right. So when was the first time that you talked to Scott?
Oh, it was actually the first day I turned up, actually. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he was already there when I turned up, and I was just outside meeting everybody, and he was there, and John's awesome. He was an awesome guy. He's funny as anything. Twiggy was there,
He's alright.
Nightmare.
John's okay.
Yeah. Nightmare and Brantley. Brantley is just a beautiful woman. She's absolutely funny and hilarious. She's so inviting and welcoming. She welcomes everybody. Yeah, and he was there and he was talking and stuff. So, yeah. And
Had you
And
talked
then
to
the
him
next,
like on the Discord or anything like that, or
no,
just this was the first
no.
time you talked to him?
It's the
Damn.
first time I talked to him, yeah. And then what was really nice is the next day he'd gone out and bought some breakfast type things, and he bought a few people. They're like buns, and they have like these sausages in them. And I'd
Oh,
woken up a bit
okay.
later, and he bought one to me, and I was like, he goes, "Here, this is for you." And obviously we were all hungry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just so thankful, you know what I mean? So I had that. Um, and then the next day he did the same thing again. I was like, that is so nice of you. He was just, it was like he was taking care of me. And I think those actions were just, I was thinking, oh, is he into me?
Because did he do it for
And
anyone else, or was it just you?
I, I think he bought a few things for people, but it was just the fact that he brought it up to me. You know what I mean? Like I
After
gotten up a
never
bit
really
later.
talking to him.
Yeah, yeah, no, I thought that was just very, very lovely and
Ooh.
sweet.
Scott, dude's
And
got the moves.
he's got the moves. He caught my attention, that's for sure. It's like,
Right.
oh, he's doing these nice things for me. But what really got me was that I was sitting outside, we were outside with everybody, and it was really cold, and I was really, really cold. And he got up, he heard me make that comment that I was cold, and he went and got a blanket. And he came and bought me a blanket.
This guy's a
And
player.
nobody's ever done that for me before.
Really? Damn.
Yes. I was so blown away by that. It was like he heard what I said and he went and got a blanket. Isn't that romantic? I thought
That
that was so
that's
charming.
look. That's you know what? That's some real gentleman-like behavior right there. Is he watching right now, or is he asleep?
I said he was gonna watch. So
If you are here, Mr. Scott, make yourself known. Okay, make
he
yourself known.
And then on the day that he went to leave, he gave me his blanket. It was his favorite blanket. The blanket he gave me was his blanket. It was his favorite blanket. And he gave it to me to bring back to New Zealand.
Oh wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that's wow, dude. He what a
He's a
gentleman.
he's a southern gentleman. Southern gentleman. So anyway, when Keemstar came round and he could see, oh, what's going on here? You know, the people making jokes. Where are your hands? Put your hands up. And then Keemstar comes up behind us and he goes, why don't you ask her out on a date, Scott?
Dude, fucking Keem, man. That's so fucking funny. Now, did he get embarrassed, or was he like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that?
He was like, hell yeah, I'm going to do
Oh,
that.
okay, okay, Scott. Okay, Scott. So Keemstar is like the ultimate wingman.
He
Damn.
was the wingman. He was the wingman. He came in, and I think a photo was taken as well, rest off. I think he was in the middle and he was like, "Ee."
Oh, I think yeah, I think I did see that actually. I think I did see that. That's now.
That was
Do you
that
think he would
moment.
be upset if we changed his Discord name to Captain Blanket? Because now they're calling him Captain Blanket in the
Oh,
chat. If there is a mod watching at the moment, if we could change King Scott's name to Captain Blanket, that would be amazing.
I'm sorry, Scott.
I'm
You
sorry,
know what,
Captain Blanket. It's not our fault.
Rastov, I did actually reach out to King Scott and I did say, is it okay if we talk about this? Is anything off limits? He said, no, that's fine. So he's
Oh,
fine.
nice. All right, I think Captain Blanket is a really cool name. I do want to know if there is actually a mod watching, and if they could change his
Oh,
name, that would
Rastov.
be fantastic. Let me see.
Look at you, Rastov.
I don't see him online, so I don't know if he's in the Discord at the moment.
Okay.
Mm.
Look at you.
No, because I want it to be really, really funny. I can't believe there's no mods watching. This is just depressing.
What about Xylee? Was it Xylee said she was a mod?
Well, she's a mod in the YouTube chat, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Action item.
we will get that done. All right. So
Okay. So
obviously,
the
you
next
guys are still like Okay, you know, if there's more to the story, you carry on. You carry on. Carry on. Carry on.
Yeah. So the next day, there were like whispers in my ears and things like that. Brantley was coming out to me, and Roxy and all that were coming up and saying, "Oh, he's so cute. He's just asking where to take you, and he's researching the restaurants, and he's asking where to take." It was just so awesome. He was
Man.
really putting in the effort.
Captain Blanket, he got some game. This is impressive. All right, look, if you're out there and you're not that good with the ladies or with the gentlemen, take some notes from Captain Blanket. All right,
Yes.
because he got some game.
Yes. And it was just like, it was good because all of us girls, it's like girls, whispering in the ears going,
That would have kept
he's
you
doing
guys entertained the whole fucking time, I imagine.
y- it was really good actually to take away from everything else. So it was like, there was like this little dating thing going over here, and then there's all these channels doing their shows, and then there's these things going on.
It's a
um,
whole new world.
Yeah, so he was just saying, I said, "Well, what do I do? Do I wear something nice?" I was thinking, where are we going? And, what do I wear? He just says, "We're going somewhere nice." And he was researching it, and he actually drove that day to the place to check it out to see if it was up to standard.
And that would have been like,
Yes.
what, 2 hours away or something like that? Because there was nothing around, right?
Yeah, it was about 30 minutes, I think. So the fact that he went to check it out to see, is this up for standard? Isn't that cool?
That's a boss move. God damn. I
Take
don't know
note.
anybody in New Zealand that's done that.
He's awesome.
We would just look at it, be like, yeah, that looks good, and then go. And if it sucked, we'd be like, oh, well, we just won't go back there again. Like, damn.
I just take her to McDonald's and then she can have a cheeseburger and
All right.
fries and
I mean, we're not that extra, okay? We're not that bad, okay?
but it was just so awesome. And then so we did that. And then, we were that night, it was coming up, and I said, "Well, I need a couple of hours to get ready, I just have a shower and everything like that, and, pick out my outfit." I took about 2 hours to get ready because I had to wash my hair and all that stuff because I think I was swimming that day in the wetsuit. Do you remember the wetsuit with me and Billy? Like
Yep.
Patrick Swayze?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I went, had a shower, got ready, and then Roxy comes in. I was in the bathroom, I was just finishing up and everything, and Roxy goes, "Hurry up, Wonder Woman, you're taking too long. Hurry up. He's here. He's outside. He's so cute. He's out there. He's waiting for you." And I was like, "Oh my God, okay." So Roxy comes and she's like, "Come on, follow me. He's so cute. He's standing outside. He's got flowers for you." It's like,
So
what?
Roxy's the ultimate, like, wing woman, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Roxy was the wing woman for sure. And Brantley came into the bathroom before that. She just goes, he's just asking what should I order her and for dinner, and he's just going the extra mile. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
It's amazing.
And so, like, what kind of restaurant did he take you to? All right.
We went to a really nice place, and I can't remember the name of it, but they did lots of different things. They had pasta and I think pizzas and all that kind of stuff. It was lovely. It was a really, really nice place. It was like two separate. There was like a restaurant on one side, and then there was like the pub, kind of, not a pub, but the bar and tables and everything. So it was, yeah, it was lovely. And so when I went out, he was standing there and he had the flowers. And he was like, so he was standing there all by himself in this certain area, and I came out. It was like Roxy was my dad giving me away.
Oh, jeez.
Really?
This is just so weird that this happened at, like, Fat Camp, right? Like, two people that literally went there, not on a show, but just went.
Yeah. So it was so funny.
All right,
And
I'm gonna poll the audience just real quickly. Hold on. So I'm just gonna say Fat Camp Romance. Amazing, meh, or cringe, and we're gonna see what people think. All right, or Yeah,
above that.
it's amazing, it's meh, or it's cringe. That's what we're gonna find out. We're gonna see what the chat thinks. I want to know.
Well, I don't know. I think King Scott was a real gentleman. I don't think it's cringe.
I don't think
I mean,
anyone
it'll be-
can deny that. He sounds like he
Nah.
was on point.
It would have been cringe if he said, "Hey, get in the car."
He's all right. He's like, yeah, all right, bitch, move. All right, then you'd have been like, you can fuck right off.
Yeah, I would have gone, no.
Well, 60% so far saying amazing, which is not bad.
It was
Welcome to Band
amazing.
World, Recovery Gamer. Thank you, buddy.
And it is
24% think it's
amazing.
cringe,
Okay.
and 18% meh.
Hmm.
I can't ask that, Tina. Jesus Christ.
What does Tina want to know? I'll ask her it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Are
Tina
you-
said, did he get a blowjob?
The answer is absolutely not, because I'm a lady.
Jesus Christ. So no,
I'm a lady.
she's
No,
a respectable lady.
I
Okay.
am a respectable lady. You gotta earn that step. I mean, you gotta earn that step to go to the next base. So I'm not a woman that gives myself
So
straight away.
So blanket date. That doesn't progress you anywhere?
No.
Wow.
You gotta work for it, man.
Okay.
You gotta work for it. That's the thing. You gotta work for it, Rasov. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, what? You don't give yourself up so easily, It's like, come on. That's how you wean out the fuck boys and the nice guys.
That's
'Cause
true.
if they only want you for a fuck and you don't give them the fuck, then they disappear. If they're into you,
Look, that's
they
true.
stay.
But I feel like also blanket and that date, like fucking SSO Michelangelo said that King Scott got scammed. Jesus Christ, dude.
How?
Oh my god.
Look, I can tell you.
I love
What's he
the
saying?
I love the division in the chat. Like Augustine says that you're speaking facts, and Machiavelli was like, but he got you a blanket though.
Yeah, he got me a blanket. Oh, I want to know what Machiavelli would do. If Machiavelli got a blanket for a woman, is he expecting something to happen underneath?
Look, maybe.
Is that
Maybe.
that's
Oh my god, that's so funny. Did you go
It
on any
was
more
funny.
dates?
yes?
Well, you did.
There was
Okay.
a second date, Rostov. There
A
was,
second
and
date.
there was a second date. He wanted to take me out. So anyway, the date ended. We had pasta. It was beautiful. There was no silence at the table. There was no silence. You know what? If you could go out on a date and it's just completely silence. You know what I mean? Like awkward.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that whatsoever. We just talked the whole time. Came back, and it ended with us. So we walked in, and Billy had the reddest back and shoulders and head from the sunburn that day
So-
from the pool.
So this is when you guys came and sensually like rubbed oil on his back.
Yes.
Which is one of the funniest fucking fat camp stories I think that I've heard.
And nobody got the content, Restov. It was just hilarious. Billy looked so red. He was as red as a beetroot.
Yep.
Oh, and we felt so. It was just like, nah, we gotta look after Billy here. So it was like the movie Ghost,
Really?
except yes, but it was like it wasn't wet clay. It was Billy's back, and we were rubbing in the lotion, and we were sculpturing this lotion on Billy's back. He was on one side, I was on the other side. Fingers were just like, and we were like sculpturing.
So now they're saying he got scammed again. Poor Scott. He gets
Hey.
blankets and dates and ends up rubbing
Hey.
Billy's back.
Hey, it's
Oh,
okay to
bro.
tease, isn't it? It's okay to tease.
Oh my god.
It was just so funny. But that ended like that. And you know what? So King Scott, which is now is known as
Captain Blanket.
Blank,
Yep.
Captain
Yep.
Blanket.
Oh shit,
He,
Gwen with the 5 gifted. Thank you so much, Gwen. I hope the ladies in the chat appreciate this girls talk that we're having. All right. Okay.
yes.
I'm not doing anything for my reputation as an emotional man, but you know what? I was raised in a house of women after my dad passed, and you know what? I'm for it, man. I like a little bit of like tea spilling, like a little bit of gossip.
Yeah, a little bit of girl chat, how we
That's
think.
right. I've always been it's always been very easy for me to make friends with females because I love the goss. Oh, speaking of Captain Blanket, $20. You are doing great.
Captain Scott, do you know you're known as Captain Blanket now?
Captain Blanket. We will be getting your Discord name changed. Just so you're aware.
He's very sweet. Anyway, so he said he was going to make me breakfast in bed. I mean, I was in the girls' room, of course. He was in the boys' room. But he got up and made me a really yummy breakfast. And he brought it to me and he gave it, and it was just so delicious. Now look at the many things that he did for me
I
on the
know.
short time that we were together.
And still
Isn't
no
that
bass
lovely?
progression. Man, this dude.
Wow. Okay, and then we went out the next day on a brunch date. We had, and he took me to a really nice southern restaurant, so I got to have some nice southern food. It was
Okay.
awesome.
Well, you know what? Some people are now saying that Billy's back was first base.
I wonder what Billy was thinking at the time.
He was probably thinking my back fucking hurts. That's probably what he was thinking. If I know Billy, and I kind of do, that's what I imagine he was thinking was like, holy shit, I'm glad that these people are rubbing this into my back because it's fucking sore.
Do you think that's what Billy was thinking?
100%.
Or in his brain he's going... he was
I
a good
100%
sport,
think he was
honestly.
just thinking my back is fucking in pain. Save me.
I tell you what, Billy's back, honestly, he had these big, massive bruises on his back from the paintball shooting. Did you see that one? Oh my gosh,
Well, he
poor
didn't
Billy.
wear a shirt. Like, he didn't have anything to fucking pad it, so it's crazy. He's a champ.
He is, with everything he went through, and still soldiered on and lost weight, and he's still continuing to lose weight. It's just unbelievable. So he's a champ. So then we went out on that date, and on the brunch date, and then we came back and we sat outside and just had a chit chat and everything, and then we kissed.
Oh, so Scott didn't quite get scammed.
No, he had many, 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 many kisses from WonderWomen.
Many kisses. Damn. All right, we just talking like high school pics. We're talking you visited France. Like what are we talking here? What are we talking here? The girls want to know.
Well, it was soft lips, open lips, no tongue.
Oh damn. Scott
Maybe,
got scammed again.
maybe there was a couple of tongues here and there, but it was like, no, I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay, look, you know what? Fair enough. You've got your boundaries, and that's fine, right?
Well,
yep.
I just don't give everything a once, Rastov.
No, that's fair enough. All right. It takes a couple of blankets. And then yeah, I get it.
You know, you can kiss without the tongue. You just play with the lips a little bit. You know what I mean? And
of course,
soft lips, all that kind of stuff. You can play.
Yep. They think you're a classy woman. Fair enough. That's a take from another woman, which makes sense. Men think he got scammed, which makes sense as well. So.
You just leave them wanting more.
Of course.
I know
Apparently,
men
people
think
find it funny
differently.
that I phrased it visiting France. I just thought that would be a funny way to say it.
And in other terms, did you pash?
Of course. Now, I don't know if they
Pash.
necessarily know what that means, because I think that's New Zealand slang.
That is New Zealand slang.
Yep.
You
Oh,
get in the
man.
back of the cortina and you just have a pash.
Oh, that's crack up. You know what? The views are only going up, so people must like it. Okay, people must like it.
Yeah, but he was such a gentleman through and through, and that's what attracts me to a guy. It's not looks. You can have big buff people, but they can have. It's not all of them, but it's the person on the inside that means, because looks fade, bodies change. It's the person on the inside that stays forever.
I was going to make another joke.
Okay,
Lily
go.
Musai with the $10. The girls are proud of Wonder Woman for being classy. Also, I want a baguette now. Calm yourself, okay? Actually, you know what? Let's ask you what you mean. Welcome, Lily. What do you mean, baguette?
Yes.
Oh, I did not expect this so soon. Okay, hello.
Hi.
Oh, let me mute
I love the little
screen.
piggy,
Okay.
the little piggy icon. It's so
you.
cute.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know when you see something that just brings you joy, you just want to use it? It's the pig for
Yes.
me.
So cute.
Thank you. Thank you, Wonder Woman.
So back to
And
this
I
baguette.
mean-
What you mean, huh?
Bread, motherfucker.
Bread?
A literal baguette bread.
Oh, literal
What did
baguette.
you
Oh,
think I
okay.
meant?
I'm not sure. You say weird shit sometimes, so I just had to clarify, okay? I just had to clarify.
No, I'm thinking about food right now. Okay, it's 9:06 a.m.
All right,
I
so
have
like
to wait for my
look,
meditation to go through to eat, so I'm thinking about food.
Wonder Woman's talking about this romantic situation that she had at Fat Camp. You mentioned a baguette. I think it's a clear connection. I'm just saying.
No, my mind's on the calories right now. Thank you very much.
Oh,
There's another joke in there that I'm not going to make.
Okay, come on.
So what do
Come
what do you think of Wonder Woman and Captain Blanket? If some guy gave you a blanket, would you give it up?
No,
see?
it's a very sweet gesture, but I'm not that type of lady.
All right, I need a second
You
opinion.
gotta
Hold
give
on.
it time. You gotta let
You
it
do.
things grow.
All right,
I
Bomber.
agree.
Bomber, you're on Lolcow, Aussie. I need to know if you give
I
a
see
woman
how
a
it is. I
blanket.
see how it is.
No. This is fine, Bomber. If you give a woman or a person that you're interested in a blanket, are you expecting it?
You know, I wouldn't be expecting it, but the fact that he let it go to another country is kind of crazy. I am kind of feeling Scott was scammed. Maybe he need to go to the tarp store and like get something bigger, because the bigger the better.
Oh, but he did give it to me on the last day. Last day, like
Oh, you meant the
like
blanket. Jesus Christ.
yes.
Sorry.
What were you thinking? Stop.
You said it,
Rasta.
not me.
My guy.
We said he
Rasta,
got
what
scammed,
is
and
your
you said
mind
that he
doing
gave it to you
there?
on the last day. Like, what the? I'm not crazy. All right, I'm not crazy. See, the first comment that comes through is like, "That's wild," because that was wild what you just said. All right, Jesus Christ.
He gave me the blanket on the last day, like 30 minutes before he was leaving. So it's
Okay,
like,
gave you.
he really
Yes.
wanted me to have it. Yeah.
No, fair enough. The way that you say these things is just really suggestive. Okay.
I know. I can be a bit ditzy sometimes. You know.
All right. So Bomber. All right. So you give a girl a blanket. Nothing happens. You take her on a date. Are you expecting something after that?
How fancy was the place?
She said it was
It
pretty
was really-
fancy.
It was.
How do the price points look on the menu?
Oh, there we go.
You know what?
Straight to
That's
the
a
point.
legitimate question. That is a legitimate fucking question. I respect it.
Some of like this is US dollars. I think some of it was about $45 or something like that. I think
Holy shit!
35,
Oh
$45 or
fuck!
Damn.
something. If I remember
Uh,
rightly. I mean, I wasn't really looking at that, but it was damn nice.
I mean, that ain't some
that
Mickey D's, I tell you that much.
No, it wasn't McDonald's.
Hey,
So,
look.
what would the
so
answer be?
we're talking like an $80 meal, right? For two of you, right? If you get something worth $40, you get something worth $40, right?
Some
Let's just say
drinks.
80. Yeah, oh, some drinks. So let's bump it up to like, I don't know, $100 just for like including tips and whatever, right? Uh $100 ain't really that much for dinner, to be honest. I would let it slide, but y'all did have a second date. How'd that go?
It was really good. It was a brunch, and he took me to a southern cooking place, and it was awesome to try all the southern food.
Okay, Wonder Woman, I want to ask you, what
Yeah,
did you think about the Southern food? And you could be honest, it's okay.
it
No
was.
one's going to judge.
That's okay. Some of it was really delicious, but some of it was a bit bizarre to me. Like some of the
Fair.
things that were, I wasn't too sure about what it was. Plus, I'm a bit of a fussy eater. Like I don't eat chicken or seafood, so I kept asking, "Is there seafood in this? Is there chicken in this?" So, but what I had
Fair enough,
it
yeah.
was delicious. Yeah,
Scott with the 20
and I
bucks. Oh, sorry, Captain Blanket with the 20 bucks said, "We were in the middle of nowhere
Oh,
and it was the nicest restaurant within 50 miles." Bro, look, I'm just saying I respect
oh,
100% everything that you did, dude. 100%. I think what
it
you
was
were a complete gentleman. You went and checked out the place to make sure it was up to standard.
can I just say this, being serious for a second?
Of course.
In my opinion, it is up to the people dating how they want to approach these things, in terms of speed and all that jazz. So
Of
if
course.
yeah.
if they want to take it slow, I'm like, hey, respect to you, power
Hmm.
to you. If you want to go a little faster with it, it's like I ain't judging you. Do you think? Do you think?
Now, is it
At the
not
end of the
funnier
day.
for us to make jokes about it though?
Oh no, it is funnier. Look, there's a reason why I'm not an LCU host. Okay,
He
I'll
was
be
Wonder
the
just
first
awesome.
person to admit that.
Wonder Woman, I did have a question though
Okay.
about Fat Camp.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Banana
did
Slice. I
you
know. No,
did you ever
I'm a
uh
lady.
did you ever genuinely think that the fear that Roxy had with the Chucky doll was real? And if you did think it was real, I mean not real, fake, and if when you found out it was a real thing, did you think, man, these two dudes are really about to kill this woman with a pound of hard plastic?
Good question.
That is an excellent question, and I'm glad you asked that. So I was asleep in bed on the when on the night that happened. I think when the doll was thrown at Roxy.
Hmm.
She was in the theater room. Is that right? I wasn't sure who threw it. Was it Twiggy or threw it or something? I'm not sure, but
In the was that when Overt was in there as well?
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
so Twiggy asked Nightmare where the doll was. Nightmare
mm,
said, "This is where the doll is, but don't do it."
yeah.
There's still debate on whose intention, but it was Twiggy that gave it to Overt and he threw it. But just quickly, Gerard the Red, 20 bucks, showing some support to Rastov. Unfortunately, I have to head out for work. I hope you all have a great rest of the stream. Thank you,
Yeah.
buddy. Have a good day at work.
Have a good day.
Have an excellent day at work.
So for the answering the rest of the question, so
Yes.
I was asleep in bed and I was awoken by hearing somebody crying. So Roxy's bed was right over by the ranch slider, so she was right up against the wall. Then there was a bed next to her, and then next to that bed was me. And it woke me up. It woke me up, the crying.
Wow.
It was it
That's
was
terrible.
it, it was terrible. I got up and I went over to Roxy and I sat on the bed and said, "Roxy, you're okay." She was trembling so bad. She was a mess. I can't explain it. She was shaking. She was crying so much. I had to try and calm her down and make her feel give her some comfort and let her know that she was safe, everything was okay, and she was just expressing to me what had happened, and that she was absolutely terrified. So, yes, it's a very real thing for her. Yeah, it's no joke.
Damn. Welcome to Cash
That's
Cow, Ben. Thank
insane.
you, buddy. Shit, because
Yeah.
I'll be honest, with all the like not scripted, but just like planned stuff that goes on, like there was a huge part
Yeah.
of me that was like, this ain't real. Like,
Yeah,
there ain't no way this
Yeah.
I was
is
the,
real.
I
I
was the
can
same way too.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
From what I mean, nobody was in the room. It was just me. So if it was fake, why would Roxy be lying on the bed trembling and crying? There was
Mm.
nobody she needed to do that for. I was asleep. She's absolutely petrified of that doll.
Oh,
So
poor
it's a real
Roxy.
thing. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a real
that
thing.
I don't wish that on anybody. That's horrific. Yeah, that's the thing with the LCU, isn't it? It's that fine line of, okay, so this is exaggerated, so this is real. And as a viewer, you're trying to find that line constantly.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't see the footage when it initially happened, but I went back and looked at it because everybody was talking about it. Dog, like it didn't even look funny to me, bro. Like that looked like someone who was in like genuine fear of their life, bro.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was either an amazing actress or she was fucking petrified, right?
Yeah. So it's true. It is true. I can tell you that much.
Damn.
Yeah.
So like she got chewed out by Keem, right? And got told that for like that recording stuff, which we now find out she got set up, which is fucked.
Oh,
And then she
my
got tortured and
God.
punished.
Well,
She was literally the crash test dummy of fucking Fat Camp. That's actually nuts. You know
Yeah,
what?
bro,
when you look at,
Props
like-
to everything she's done, man. Honestly, props to everything she's done.
Mm,
yeah.
For real, W Roxy,
Roxy.
W
Yep.
Roxy.
Yeah, get some W's
yeah,
for Roxy.
same.
And she did a lot of
Plus,
cleaning
if
around the house, and she was awesome, and she was always cleaning and helping everyone out. She showed up for her shows. She did amazing.
Jumped on other shows, like
Yeah, went into the
jeez.
sleep stream and everything. She really, really did so well. Yeah.
The cleaning is the craziest part to me, bro, because that place was fucking massive, bro. If it was
Yeah.
me, I'd be like, bro, you suckers clean this shit yourself.
I am so
Mm.
happy you mentioned the cleaning thing because watching the streams and the stuff they got into, or they were either drinking, and I am not saying the other stuff because ugh, no thank you. They
I
were
will
trying
say-
to drink and or
Oiling each other up.
get out of their
Mhm.
body. Like, it's nasty.
I will say though, with the amount of people that were living there was very minimal damage, and I think everybody did a really great job. Other than the the table with
table,
the
yeah.
bat, and the like the drink stain, but they said that was fine. Can you imagine all the people coming in and out of the house, and that's all it was? I mean, that's amazing. That
Yeah.
Mm.
do you know what I mean? People
that's
drinking,
totally
having a
crazy.
good time, and that was really minimal. I mean, I know the
Anything
table
can
was
happen,
very
right?
expensive.
Like
Yeah.
glass can get smashed. But Seth Looks, man, welcome back to Cash Cow. Thank you, buddy.
Welcome back.
Hey, Seth.
The peeps are coming home. The children are
Come
coming
back.
home now that I have custody. I got full-time custody.
So is it official you have custody of us now?
Oh,
I'm
totally.
trying to get
Yeah.
the details.
Yep. No,
Okay,
he
cool,
doesn't even
cool.
get visitation. Like it's done. Gone.
Yay!
He can't even come
Self-custody.
see you on the weekends. All right, done.
No. Ooh.
No weekend
Ooh.
visitations. No assisted visits. Nothing. Nothing. Can't even
Brutal.
take you out for ice cream. That's how bad it is.
I'll show you
Well,
something. I'll show you something. This is one of the best things that I got done at that camp.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
that's
I got-
amazing.
I got my bag signed by all the hosts except for Wings, Kelly, and Ken because they had left. But yeah, I
Ah,
wore
okay.
You
this.
just
Shout out.
preserved the value of that by not getting their signatures.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
getting Ken's would have been cool, but yeah, not having wings on
Yeah.
it's probably worth a little bit more.
Oh
But
yeah.
I wore this motherfucking thing on my back with pride at the airport all
You-
the way back home to New Zealand.
And
I
if
was
one
very
Did
day
proud.
anyone
this
sort
universe
of give
burns
you a
you,
double glance or say, I know those names?
Yeah.
I don't. Probably not. I would imagine because like they'd be too quick when you're in the airport. Everything just moves so fast.
Yeah,
until you've
yeah.
gotta
In the
stop.
airport, true. You are Russian.
Yeah.
I was very
Um,
honored.
But you could sell that bag for probably some fucking money at some point. If the universe burned you enough, like if they burned you
No.
enough, you could probably sell that shit for money.
It
Well,
would be
I
interesting to see if
shit.
it gets more. It would be interesting to see if it gets more bids than Becky's jacket.
I know, right? That seems to be doing well.
Yeah. And funnily enough, she didn't give a shit about it until it started being worth money. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
1 + 1 = 2.
Sometimes 3.
No, that.
And I will say, I'll give a shout out too for Cafe. So there were the sample packets for the coffee, the butterscotch coffee, right?
Right.
So I made a couple of batches of that and it is so delicious. Honestly, you know, the
Ooh.
butterscotch coffee, it
Mm.
smelled so beautiful through the house and it tasted amazing. So if anybody
I
wants to
was
buy the
wondering
butterscotch
about that.
coffee, it's beautiful. It's
Oh, wow.
absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Because of the butterscotch flavoring, do you find it has a little sweet taste to it,
No,
or is it just
it
compliments
wasn't
it?
sweet. It just
Oh,
complements it
nice.
beautifully. Yeah. And it smells
Nice.
divine through the house. Everybody was commenting on the aroma and they were saying, "Oh, that smells so good." Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, Bomber, Lily, do you guys have anything else you want to say or ask before I move you out and we'll get a couple more people in?
It was
No, I'm
wonderful
straight.
to talk to you guys.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, I
always a
appreciate y'all
pleasure.
for having me on.
So nice to talk to you guys and thank you for your questions.
I'm glad you both gave different perspectives as well, all right? Justice for
Yeah.
Captain Blanket.
Listen, as someone who is cold a lot these days, anyone could give me a blanket right now and you'd be my best friend.
I
just
know,
saying.
right? That's a way. Oh.
I know. But yeah, no, take care, everybody.
Yeah, guys, have a
Yeah,
good day.
shout out to King Sky. You sound like a real good dude.
Thank you.
He's
He
always been
is.
nice
He's
to me.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, look. I'm gonna move
Take
you
care, guys.
out. Oops, and Lily just disappeared. And we're gonna rotate in for Ben Killer and Ian. How you guys doing?
Oh,
What up?
hello,
Hello.
Ian and Ben Killer. Nice to see you blokes. You guys are regulars on Lolcow RC.
Ian's our favorite fudge packer, and
Yes,
Ben
Ian.
is just a
Yeah.
cool dude.
You're a cool dude. What are you doing, Ian? You at work or?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm actually on my way home from work.
Oh, look at your hair. You've got long hair.
Yeah.
Can't really see it because you've got your thing on. You've got beautiful hair. Look at you.
Thanks.
Oh, you're so sweet, Ian. I don't know how to take compliments either. All right, you guys got any questions that you want to ask about Wonder Woman's time at Fat Camp or any other comments on anything that's happened today? Oh, I think you're muted, buddy.
Sorry, I was talking shit this whole time. You couldn't hear me. No, I like Wonder Woman's backpack. I think that was pretty cool.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
was
that was
also
actually
saying
pretty cool.
when you were mentioning his nice hair, I was making shit that I was balding, so that's why I'm wearing a hat.
Aw. No shame with that. There's no shame with that at all.
I'm not allowed to wear hats.
No.
It's against the rules. Oh, Lily
It's
with the
just-
5. Thanks for
Well,
having me
yeah.
on. No, thanks for jumping
Well,
on.
while you're on
there's
air-
nothing wrong with that. You're not bald. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
getting there. Well, I haven't showered since yesterday, but usually it's a little bit better.
That's awesome.
I-
Hey,
I
where's
don't
your
really care, though.
jacket? You don't have your Lolcow jacket on today. It's too hot. It's got Aussie. There it
I
is.
bet it's rewind. I bet it's rewind.
It is rewind.
It's a
Fuck.
rewind.
Don't worry, Rastop. I'm getting mine next week.
Damn straight, buddy.
Nice.
That's why you're our favorite fudge packer.
Yep,
I st-
exactly what's going on too.
Are you actually getting favorite fudge packer on it, or are you getting what we talked
Yeah,
about?
well, I'm doing what you said to do. The
Okay.
my name and then the dash AFFT.
Yeah. I love it. I want to get a rewind one that says third co-host or
Oh.
You
third
know what?
host
That
on
would
it.
actually that would fit you. Stand-in co-host.
I do love me some
Weird.
I don't
rewind.
know.
You
I
wear
think I
that
forgot how
jacket
to
with
put
pride,
those
Ben
on.
Killer. Wear
I
that
think
jacket
I
with
forgot how
pride.
I forgot how to
As soon as I
dress
get
myself.
mine, I'm gonna take a picture with it and put it in the main chat.
Damn straight. I love that.
I'd love to see that, Ian.
I was actually, like it was either pretty much rewind or Aussie hoodie. Like that was like what I was gonna buy, but I think it was around the time. It was pretty much when the hoodies came out,
Yeah.
which was what was it, St. Patrick's Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
think
look,
that
if you
was
get
about
if
the
you get an
time
Aussie
where
one, awesome. But I understand because like rewind is definitely the safer option at the moment.
I mean, look, we came from rewind, so I have to go, back to the roots.
Totally, man. And thank
So
you for
I
becoming a cash cow
technically,
as well, buddy.
yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you sucked off of Rewind.
Damn straight.
Cheers to that.
You guys got any questions? Any questions for us at all? Or
How did you like Fat Camp?
I loved it. I loved it. Despite whatever, all of the ups and downs overall,
my
I
head back on.
absolutely
Fuck
loved it. Absolutely loved it. You just got to take you just got to go and make. I just went off and had fun. No matter what, whatever was
Yeah.
going on, I went to the pool. I just was like, yeah, whatever, I'm out. I'm going to go swim, So I'm not going to hang
Yeah.
around and be down, you know what I mean? So I just go and entertain myself or help someone out, So yeah,
Yeah.
so I
What do
loved
you
it.
think? Also, what do you think about the Twiggy and Nightmare stuff?
It's not my beef. I'm staying out of it.
I'm
I mean,
always gonna be Team Nightmare because my fiance is Welsh, so
yeah, I will
I'm just
Fair
say,
enough.
and he's a
will
cool guy, and I actually genuinely think he's pretty decent. Sorry,
Nightmare's a really cool dude, and he took care of me because at Glamy's wedding, I got really drunk,
Oh,
and
we heard.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we heard.
yeah.
and
Wonder
apparently
Woman's throw it up. That's all I've heard in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know what I looked like. Apparently, I was hunched over the chair, and apparently I puked, and I puked in something. I don't know. I'm sorry, whoever
Who
had to
knows what it
clean
could
up
be?
that mess.
Yeah.
But apparently, I walked back with Nightmare, and I didn't know. Someone told me, I think it was Nightmare, that it was raining or something. And Nightmare took his shirt off, and he had it over my head, and he was walking me back to the main house, no shirt on. Oh, it's just so nice, There's some real gentlemen. It's
Yeah.
just so lovely, and he took care of me, and he went back to the wedding, and I was out like a light. Apparently, Roxy came in and savage and said, "Are you alive? She's okay." Put my head back down.
Down.
She's not
Uh,
dead.
So I'm assuming Mike was more drunk then.
Oh, look, I think I went to, I don't even know, but from what I've seen,
Because it looked like he was grabbing that one of the trees and it looked like he was dancing with it or something.
Oh yeah, Michael Drunk is a class act.
he's super fun. He's super
Mike's great.
funny. Everyone had a great time. I don't know who else puked. I know I puked twice, but I don't know who else puked.
I think Mike did over the chair, or was that a different time?
Probably
Right.
a lot of people puked, I would imagine.
Secretly.
Secretly. You don't know behind the scenes, but I'm sure people had their fair
Yeah.
share of
Yeah.
Putin rally, as they call it.
That was a that was a awesome that was a it was an awesome end of Fat Camp. I know people had mixed feelings about it. They wish that there could have been another stream to say, "See you later,"
Yeah,
but it
totally.
ended on a high note for everybody there that was
Yeah.
left. We just had a good time. Glammy got married, and she was just so overwhelmed, over the moon, and with her husband, and we just had a really great time. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she got fired.
Oh, yeah, she got
I
fired.
think she likes it. She likes getting fired.
No, she does not. She does not like getting fired at all. And you know what? Fair
Well,
enough.
she better start liking it.
God.
Did you hear her condition on what she would do to shave her head?
Yeah, I'm
Shave
pretty
her
sure I
head.
asked her the question.
Oh yeah, it was you. So Rastoff asked her. He's like, would you ever shave your head? And she goes, well, yeah, but on the condition where I would make sure I have a job where my job is set, I can never get fired or anything.
Yeah. Nah, but she's doing a great job. Like, I really love the fact that she's trying so hard on that gaming channel. I think it sucks that they've just been given Twiggy, because I feel like it's going to stifle their ability to actually show off what they're doing, or show off the growth, because most people are going to go watch because they want to see him crash out, not because they're like, I wonder
Hey,
what
watch.
Glammy and Pharaoh are doing. So
Yeah. She's just showing how resilient she is and how much she wants it. So good for her. And I support that wholeheartedly. If somebody, is working on things, and she'll get there. She will,
totally.
you know. You know what, when you think about it, I've been on 3 shows and I haven't, so I'm kind of in some way the same. I was like on Test, I was on Milkers, and now I'm on Aussie trying out. So, whether I'm here or not, I'm gonna keep
I wouldn't.
going.
Yeah, of
I wouldn't.
course.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say you never gotten really fired. You're more like a roamer. You would kind of
Hmm.
just feel the vibe, go around, and then you fit in with you. Because the thing is, you fit in. It's not like you got kicked off or anything. You just kind of fit in with people wherever you kind of
Yeah,
roam around. So
I'm a
it kind of works.
floater. And
Floater,
cafe.
yeah.
Don't forget cafe as well.
Oh yeah.
True. Yep, you did do that.
Yep.
Yeah. But I've had fun on every one, so yeah.
I mean, that's what
And
it's
what
about, right? It's making sure you have some fun.
yes.
You have to, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're not
I
having
do.
fun, what are you doing?
Right.
100%.
Oh, how about Xylee last night actually saying that her and Kathy are best friends?
Drunk Xylee is amazing.
She's
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
my god,
funny.
she's
absolutely.
hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. So funny.
She
What
becomes a
else?
real sweetheart. Like she's
She
like
does.
usually like really aggressive and stuff, but
She,
rewind
I
hoodie
wouldn't say
obviously because
aggressive, just forward. She's very forward, and
forward,
blunt.
yeah, forward, yeah.
yeah.
But then she
Very
becomes
direct, very sharp. Just
like she wants to become your best friend. I'm like, you know what? That's probably the true Xylee. Like she wants to be friends with everybody, but she knows that's probably like if she was sober, she knows that's probably not the best move because well, she has to do what she has to do. So
Very true.
yeah.
Do you guys have any more questions for Wonder Woman about Fat Camp or anything else you want to ask just before I move you out? I want to finish up on her King Scott story.
Okay.
I
Was it,
think everything from Fat Camp was pretty much asked.
Fair
But
enough.
Yeah.
was
go on,
Fat
sorry.
Camp? Was it like exactly like your expectations, or was it different?
Yeah, it was exactly my expectations. It superseded it for me. It really did. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was so much fun, and it superseded it for me.
Well, at least
Yeah.
it didn't suck.
No, it didn't suck.
Yeah.
Not one way, shape, or form. That stream, and I tell you what, my favorite moment was in the theater room was the Chinese one. The Chinese one. Did you watch that stream where we were all in the theater?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
the
Yes,
Chinese
yeah.
food.
yeah, absolutely.
That was one of my standout highlight theater room moments. It was so awesome. It was epic. Yeah.
I don't know. I think wherever you go, things don't suck. You just kind of have the energy where like you can go anywhere and be like, yeah, that's cool.
That's a
Like you can
very
go to
lovely
like a
compliment.
natural disaster and be like, you know what, this is awesome, and you just have a good vibe.
Thank you. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, I think the best thing to do is look at the brighter side of life and keep a smile on your face. Keep moving forward. That's the best way to be. Because you know what? If you're
That's
not gonna look after yourself, nobody else is gonna. So
True. Yep.
that's
They say that
the
about love.
only that's the
yeah,
only concern I'd say. Like Rostov, like for you, like if you had Wonder Woman as a co-host, you guys are both like very positive people.
True.
So it'll be hard to like have a little bit of a bounce off. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I
Yeah, I
can
definitely
I'm
get
not
what
saying
you're
that's a
saying.
bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying
no.
that is a thing.
it's a
It's
good comment.
definitely a different dynamic than most other shows, right? But
Yes,
yeah,
very
who knows?
absolutely, yeah. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing.
No, it's a fair comment for sure. It's definitely
Yeah.
something that I've thought about. So I ended the poll. We got 50% that think the Fat Camp Romance was amazing.
Yes.
27
Oh,
think
sweet.
meh, and 23 think cringe. And 350 votes, which is crazy. But I'm going to move
Wow.
Ben and Ian out. I'm going to bring Seth in, and then we're going to wrap up the stream after that.
Bye,
Thank you guys for
guys.
hanging out.
See you guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Peace.
I love
Bye.
you, Ian. All right. Let's
That's
get our
pretty
boy
cool,
Seth in.
Rastov.
Yeah.
Seth.
I love Seth.
That just says that the viewers love romance.
They
and
do.
love a good love story or a good dating story.
They do. Sometimes you just need a little bit of girl talk, and that's totally fine. I can hang.
I love that, Rastov. Do some girl talk.
Yeah, let's get to 200 likes on the stream, though. That would be fantastic. What's up, Seth?
Yo, excuse me. I just woke up like a half hour ago.
I
So,
love that you can watch live now. That actually makes me so happy.
well, most of the time, I'm probably going to be missing at least the first quarter, maybe the first half. It just depends on how I get moving in the morning. But
It's totally fine.
you're starting around the time I usually wake up. So even if I'm not active in the chat, I'm probably like brushing my teeth and taking a shower or something.
Just the fact that you're even like, hanging out at all is awesome.
Yeah. Well, and I'm off work today, so
Oh, sweet.
I
What are
woke up when
these?
I woke up.
What are these doodacky things you're painting?
So I paint tabletop game miniatures.
Oh.
So this is
He
from
does a great job.
this is from a series called Warhammer: Age of Sigmar, which is the fantasy game for Warhammer.
How do you get in the cracks and paint all those little cracky things? You know?
Well, some spots are going to be really hard to reach, like the belt. Like this arm's very much in the way. It's going to be really hard to get in there to paint the belt. What you could do sometimes is the arms were actually different pieces. Like these are like little model kits. Let me see. I got a.
So you paint them before you attach it.
No, well, I could, because you see, like they're like little model kits.
Oh.
So I could have painted it with the arms off and then glue the arms on, but I didn't on this one. I'm just doing the whole thing. But this is part of a conversion, so I've taken parts from from another kit. Like this backpack is supposed to be on top of a big banner pole, and then
Oh.
this little goblin rides inside.
Wow.
So I cut this part off and some other pieces and rearranged them, and I used putty to make straps. I used putty to make hair on the goblin.
Look
And
at the teeth. Look at the mouth. How do you get in the mouth and paint all those little teeth white and then get in right in the back and paint that black? I mean, how do you do that?
well, some of the brushes are little. Like you see, this is a pretty little brush. That definitely would fit in there. I
You have
used
to-
larger brushes too. There's all kinds of different brushes.
Seth is incredibly talented when it comes to this sort of thing. Every time he jumps on a show, I end up like zoning out because I just can't stop watching what he's doing.
Yeah, and I've been doing this off and on since the 1980s. I'm an old
Oh,
guy.
That's
Um,
just a couple of years ago.
but there was like almost 20 years where I didn't paint at all. Like I was completely out of it, and then one day I was just like, you know what used to be fun? Painting.
Damn straight.
Maybe I should
nice.
try that again. And now I'm way back deep in. I've probably spent thousands of dollars over the last 10 years on this stuff.
And
But
it's
it's but you
all worth
enjoy
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really relaxing, and it's one of those things like I could either just completely zone out and focus on it, or listen to a Lolcow universe show, or call
Do you
in. I could do all kinds of stuff, and it just, you go through the process, and at the end you have something cool looking.
do you lose
Uh-huh.
track of the time? Like
Um,
like
I
sometimes you think,
can.
"Man, I've been in here for 4 hours," you know?
I haven't had that long of a painting session in a while. I usually paint like maybe an hour at a time, a little bit longer, a little bit less. It just depends on how I feel that in that moment. But I might come and go a couple times a day.
Hmm.
No, fair enough. Do you have any questions about Fat Camp or any comments that you want to make on the current situation?
Um, all that I want to say about Twiggy is it's gotten boring, man. It's so dull at this point. It's just every show he pops up on, it's the same loop, it's the same act. He's completely taken over main chat on the Discord, just fighting with anyone that will give him attention. And it's like, bro, it's like, come on, you're a one trick pony, and you've done that trick too many times. Either figure your, either figure out your ish or move on with your life.
I think it's a fair comment. Like for me, I'm just kind of ready to move on. Like
Yes.
I'm out of it, right? Like I'm out of it now. I'm sure he's gonna try and troll me at some point, and that's fine. But like the only thing I really give a shit about now is like rebuilding the channel, giving people a reason
Yeah.
to come back, and just moving forward and just being as successful as possible. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's how
Yeah.
you win. You get
Yeah.
this channel back up and rolling, and that's how you've won. Because
Yeah.
it's like, look, it wasn't you.
And bring the heart back to Aussie, because obviously all the
Totally.
fans and that love the show, and think about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've had a pretty crazy day. Like a crown, like the chat's always
Yes.
popping off with how many people are talking. I
Yeah.
I don't like chucking it on members only, so I appreciate having all of even the grey names watching. Like you guys are awesome. Obviously love the call-ins, and I just think that's a really fair take, Seth. I think it.
Yeah,
You've been
and like
with
the
us
thing
for a
with
bunch of the crash outs too, which is so you've really gotten to see the the madness up close.
Yeah. But you guys
yeah,
had a
and
lot of cool stuff on the show. Are you going to bring any of that back? Keep some of the cool stuff that the viewers wanted rest off with
Mm-hmm.
some of the things like the fuck you say and
Oh,
all
of
that kind
course.
of stuff.
Uh,
Yeah.
one of the main things that I want to do is get once the new co-host is picked, right? I want to just get on a call, talk about what we used to do, how it used to run, and then just work out how we're gonna integrate that all together and what it'll be moving forward, right? Because it's not gonna be my show with an extra co-host, right? It's gonna be
Mm.
our show, and we're gonna figure out what that identity is together. Do you know what I'm saying? There's
Awesome.
not going to be a power struggle or anything like that. The docket team's just dedicated to the show. Period.
Awesome. That's cool. It's
Yeah,
it's a teamwork makes the dream work, right? It's not one person, it's a group of people, isn't it, to make
yep,
something shine.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Poke
Yeah.
Gaga with the 20. Good morning, Cash Stove. Keep grinding and things will always work out for you. Hope you have a great day. Fuck's sake. Pufferfish, pufferfish, pufferfish. Fuck you, Billy, and your stupid fucking pufferfish.
And you got docket people coming back now?
Oh, they all instantly came back. The whole team's just straight back and just like straight back into work,
Excellent.
like farming clips and like getting stuff ready. It's been awesome.
That's amazing.
Because during all the chaos and stuff, I said like, "Hey, I'm turning off my cow,"
Yeah, I know.
and
It
that
sucked.
doesn't carry the same weight as a pig or anything. And then I said like, if you got the show back and you were happy, or if you were back on the show, whether or not like you got it, but you were happy with the situation, I come back and you seem happy.
Oh, I'm
But
loving
then
it.
you're also doing a show with Wonder Woman, so how can you not be in a good mood?
Oh, we're having heaps of fun. We're getting to
Yeah.
spill the tea today. It's great.
We're building the tea. We are. I'm all about having a good time. Everything. Restov, did you see the Did you get the clips that I sent through today? Were the docker team able to put that up or
Oh,
not?
I have the videos. I think we might have run out of time because I still want to finish your story. So I was just going to ask Seth
Okay.
if he had any final words, and then I was going to move him on, and we were going to finish your story.
Okay.
Oh my god, I could ramble forever, so you better just throw me out so you have time for your other stuff.
Well, you know, I
Nice
always
to talk to
appreciate you,
you.
buddy, and I know you'll come back again.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thank
Thanks,
you, dude.
Seth. Bye.
Later.
That guy's just an absolute delight all the time. Yeah, he's such a cool guy. I love
Seems like
talking
a very
miniatures with him.
wise man. It's
Yep.
very nice.
Seth is our sage. But yeah, finish the story with Scott. So I know we kind of skipped a little bit. So you had brunch.
We had brunch, and then then he left, and we've been talking ever since. Yeah.
So he's planning a trip, right, to come over and see you.
Well, he is planning a trip to come here, but are you going to the 4th of July, Rastov? Do you know anything about
I'm not
that at
sure.
all?
Yeah, I'm not. That's
Okay.
too far in the future for me to figure out whether or not I'm going. I might be fired by then. You never know.
Oh, Rastov, I'll cease yours, remember? I'll cease
now,
yours.
Look, if we don't recover, he might just give it back to Twiggy or rebrand it, right? So like,
You're gonna recover.
That's why it's not e-begging, because it's a fact. If you want to keep the show, we need a show that it's worth keeping, right?
That
Which
is
means
true,
I got to give you a
Rastov.
show that's worth fucking, like so. It's like a circle.
Yeah. So he is planning a trip here. Not sure when though, because his schedule with work and everything. But I'm going to the 4th of July, so and he's trying to work out whether he can go to that or not. So yeah, it's all about planning and stuff. So I'll be going
Nice.
to that 4th of July. Yeah. Yes. And that's the end of that.
Oh, so we'd literally finished the story anyway. I
finished
feel
the
bad
story.
now. Sorry, Seth. My bad. Okay, so you guys talk every day, like
Yeah, most days. Yeah. We watched Lolcow live together, and
Oh,
so
okay.
Discord. So yeah, we watched the shows and chat and everything. So yeah, we're just getting to know each other.
Right.
But it's like we're still talking, so that's great. Yeah.
Any labels been put on it at all?
No, not yet.
No, you're just chilling. You're just chilling for now.
Chilling.
All right. Well, regardless of what happens with like co-hosts or not, you're gonna have to keep us posted.
I'll keep you posted.
All right. We need
For
to
sure.
know. Now, what I need to know from the chat is, do you want Wonder Woman back on another episode before the end of the month? A second audition? Is she getting a callback? Because that's going to depend on whether or not we get a C or W's, I think.
Ooh.
So now's the time. You're either gonna spam W's or I don't know. I mean, they're saying yes, but that's not what I asked for. You guys didn't let me finish. Okay. Oh, here some of them come.
Oh, there's to make it. Woohoo!
I mean, that's a lot of W's.
I love you all. Thank you so
Yeah. Hey, look, and we cracked over 400 viewers, which at this time is
that
nuts.
good?
I mean that look. I mean, this time slot is there's not usually a show, so people don't usually know that there's anything on. So for me, I think 400 viewers, that was more than some nights we were getting at the end of the day. Like, you know,
That's awesome, everyone. Thank you. That's great, Rostov. You know,
And
we
we-
got some good stuff. I don't know if you want to share that video at all, Rostov, or not. But I just thought it would be good to show the people here what I'm about, and
All right,
I'm
yeah,
not just about hair and makeup and that. I am a bit of an adrenaline junkie, so
all right. Let's watch. We do have some time left. I thought there was going to be more story, but that's okay. So that should be totally fine. All right. So this is you.
yes, I am in the left passenger seat. This the one.
So
That's
are
me.
you filming in the back or are you here? Like
I'm in the front.
in the front?
I'm in the front
Okay.
left.
Front
Yes,
left.
someone else is
Okay.
filming.
All right. So we're going to watch this. Hopefully it's not too loud. Jeez. So do you do this kind of thing often?
Yes.
Jeez.
It was awesome. Like Florida.
Far out. I don't know about this.
You have to come with me, Rostov.
Fuck that. I am not an adrenaline junkie.
Can't really see what we're doing here, so we'll make it up down this bit.
Oh my god. Oh, then he really rips into it. Oh shit. God damn.
Love it.
And this is what New Zealand's like. It's just a shitload of green everywhere. And then some randos in a fucking car.
I love it, Rostov.
Damn.
So that's what I'm all about. And I'd love to go out and capture all the content and bring it to Aussie if I'm successful.
Hey, look,
Get
you never
out
know.
there. You know.
The fans like you, all right. You know. Oh, I don't know.
I love
I don't know
everyone.
if I would want to do that though. I don't know if I'd want
Rostov.
to do that kind of thing.
Come on, Rostov. I'll get you out there. Come on,
Mm-mm.
Rostov. Or
Mm-mm.
maybe I'll get you to pick. You can pick something.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm a pass. I might just re-injure my back just to
Oh,
make
that's
sure I
right,
can't do it.
Rostov. That's right,
It's
Rostov.
getting better
okay.
though. It's getting better.
That's good. That's good to hear. It's okay, Rostov. I can do all that stuff. I'll jump off the harbour bridge. I'll
There
go
you
bungee
go.
jumping, and I'll do the parachuting or whatever, and capture all the
that.
content.
Oh my god.
I'll even go to Australia and get some content for everybody.
Hey, look, you know what? It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Look, I think there's a lot that you could bring to the table. I think it'd be interesting. The fans obviously love you as well. I think
I love
it's been a
everyone.
solid audition. I think maybe we'll have to have you back again.
I'd love that. Thank you. I'd love that.
And and you might have some competition when it happens, depending on if any of the viewers actually bring their A game. Because what's going to happen is, after I've had all of the people on, all the personalities, we're going to have some viewers. I'm going to have an episode where viewers can audition, and if any of them are actually, W's, then they're going to go head to head with some of the other personalities, maybe yourself. So I think that could be quite cool. That's my plan. It might not work out that way. Like, Kim could change his mind, just make a decision. But
That's all good. That's the way the game's played. I mean, it's not
Totally.
a game. That's the way it is. You got to get the best person in, right? The best person. And
100%.
I respect that. I respect that.
Totally. So, any final words before I let you go and wrap up the show? Send it over to Ken.
Uh, I love Angel. I miss Angel, Tina's dog. But I just want to say thank you so much, Restov, for having me on today. Thank you so much for all the supporters and all the fans of Aussie. No matter what, Aussie is going to survive, no matter who sits in here. So
Damn
thank
straight.
you so much for all the people who have viewed today and have donated and supported today's show. So much love to you all from Wonder Woman. Have a great day or afternoon, evening, wherever
Or
you are
night.
in the world. Yeah. Thanks so much, everyone.
No,
Much
thank you
love.
very much. We'll see you again. You have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Restov.
No worries. Huh? What you think? What you think? I think that was fun. Now, I know that the girl talk romance stuff's not for everybody, but I find that shit interesting, okay? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. God damn it, Radar. Look, she said that the experience with Captain Blanket ended with him giving the blanket, all right, at the end when she was leaving, right? That's what happened. Captain Blanket seems like a legit dude. Okay? Seems really cool. I think that if we have Wonder Woman back on, I think we'll get a lot more support as well, which would be cool. But at the end of the day, it's up to myself and the boss. And it's never easy making decisions like this, but it's quite fun. It's quite fun experiencing the ride. Zavi with $10. And I'm not surprised that this is something that Zavi has said to me, a little green name that he is now. He said, solid episode, scam stuff. How are you gonna say that to me? How are you going to call me scam stuff? When have I ever scammed the fans? Not once. They didn't watch the movie and he didn't pull the popcorn bucket trick on her. Hey, it doesn't sound like it. It doesn't sound like it. You got timed out yesterday because you said a dumb word, okay? You can't be saying that stuff. But I didn't ban you. Okay, I just gave you a little time to think about what you had done. Right? And you came back, and I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here. But yeah, we got Cafe coming up next. Looks like Ken's doing a solo stream, going to be talking about all the drama and everything else that's going on. It feels good to be able to send an actual redirect over to Cafe, because usually they have to hold it down on their own. Again, I will be on Queens later on today with Tina, and we are not allowed to say bad things about Becky, so I guess we'll talk about the weather. Whether or not Becky sucks. Hey, you guys have a good night. I'm going to send you over now. Bye. Love you.
Muscles on my mic, he's the king of the show. Lolcow, Ozzy's riding high, but who's next in tow? 1 month left, the countdown's ticking down fast. Find that co-host or the show won't last. The king has returned, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. The podcast and battle, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion heart. He's scouting the streets from Sydney to Perth. Auditions so wild, they're shaking the earth. A gamer, a joker, or a rebel with sass. Who survived the test, who's built to last. The king has returned, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. A podcast and barrel, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion heart. He's scouting the streets from Sydney to Perth. Auditions so wild, they're shaking the earth. A gamer, a joker, or a rebel with sass. Who survived the test, who's built to last. The king has returned, the throne's on fire. Through antics and chaos, we'll climb higher. A podcast and barrel, let the madness start. Wrestle's got the beat and a lion still the ruler, breaking every mold. Deadlines looming, but he's not afraid. He'll find the jester to join the escapade. Searching for the one, unscripted blunders. Oh man, it's too much fun. The spotlight shines while they crumble or glow. Rest up all strings, he's running the show.
Goodbye, everybody.